It's October 21st, 2025, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and it's sweater season. Also, I'm lazy at dressing myself, so this is what you get this week. It was another weekend of No Kings protests around the country, and guess what? It worked! To date, the United States has no kings. Great job, everybody. Get some rest. In countries that actually do have a king, the No Kings protests were called No Tyrants protests. That's right. The protest whose self-proclaimed purpose is to oppose kings didn't want to insult any actual kings. Great job, everybody. Get some rest. Speaking of no kings, someone who will never be king, Prince Andrew. The Duke of York has rescinded his royal title with the support of his brother, King Charles. Going forward, instead of Andrew being a royal pain in the ass, he'll just be a regular pain in the ass. Andrew now plans to call himself the pervert formerly known as the Duke of York. Sources say royal insiders are recommending the king urge Prince Harry to do the same. Remember when Harry wore a swastika armband in 2005? Oh man, if he did that today, he could be an Ohio congressman. We hope King Charles was not in any way offended by the No Kings protests. October is LGBTQ History Month, and to honor the occasion, President Trump made LGBTQ history himself by commuting the 7-year sentence of convicted identity thief George Santos. Happy Pride, everyone! Get some rest. The president plans to appoint Santos to lead the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, because who better to stop fraud than someone convicted of lots of fraud? Jewel thieves are on the run after snatching priceless gems belonging to Napoleon at the Louvre Museum in Paris. Sources say a broken crown was recovered outside and will be auctioned just in time for George Santos to buy it for his Napoleon Halloween costume. No kings, Santos. No kings. An issue with Amazon Web Services caused an internet outage that made many popular websites and apps inaccessible worldwide. However, the outage did not affect the many caches of old Playboy and Hustler magazines buried in the woods. A federal appeals court said President Donald Trump can deploy National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon. Our long national nightmare against people in frog costumes will soon be over. The Defense Department expelled dozens of journalists from the Pentagon after they rejected more restrictive terms for covering the agency. The journalists will now have to rely on the old-fashioned way to cover the U.S. military by waiting for Pete Hegseth to add them to a group chat about sensitive military operations. In sensitive sketch comedy operations, our next live show here in Atlanta opens November 14th and is called Birthdays, a celebration of birth, death, and the dash in between. In fact, we're starting rehearsals tonight, this very evening at Limelight Theater, depending on when you watch this. As I'm taping it, it's tonight. Meanwhile, rehearsals continue for Vape the Grease Parody's 10-week run at Theater 555 in the heart of New York City's famed Theater Row. And you, yes you, watching right now, you can get your very own tickets to this award-winning production. A show which began, humbly, in 2018 in a black box theater space in downtown Atlanta. Go to sketchworkscomedy.com to get your tickets today for Vape the Grease Parody and for birthdays. Also, please remember to like and subscribe and share this video and all that good stuff that keeps the robots and their algorithms happy. That's all for this week's gratuitous plug. It's time for a brand new segment called NewsBrake, dedicated to cat news. The Spanish town Terrassa is banning black cat adoptions to protect them from ritual harm during the weeks leading up to Halloween. Sources say the black cats are using this time to plot their revenge and get extra treats. So like the rest of the year. In an interview with Tom Papa, comedian Tig Notaro stated she needed to step away from her friendship with Cheryl Hines, with whom she hosted a podcast, because of the political views of Hines' husband, Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. Losing a friendship over politics. Some people just can't separate the man from the brainworm. In other celebrity news, singer Richard Marx tells Page Six that he was never tempted by groupies at his concerts during his heyday in the 1980s. Why is that, you may ask? Because, the crooner says, the women who attended his concerts were all his mom's age. This week, General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party Xi Jinping outlined his country's plan for the next 5 years. Insiders say the plan addresses economic developments, defense enhancements, and whether or not to have Bad Bunny perform at halftime for the World Table Tennis Finals next year. Environmental science professor Mari Pelto, who teaches at Nichols College in Dudley, Massachusetts, and lives in fashionable Cardinal Heights, says the pyramid-like peak in Antarctica was not created by man. And if not man, then who? Watch Clark. And watch him close. You hear me? That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me, if she still is your mom.
Trump's a bitch.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. We don't like him. That's the word around here.
Any particular reason why you don't like him?
No clue at all. I'm just going with everybody else saying.